Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Bhavan Deori. In today's video we will continue our discussion on training efficiency. In the last video we discussed what training efficiency is about. Training efficiency is being able to select, modify or adapt exercises so that we can get the maximum hypertrophy stimulus, right? Because our ultimate goal is to get the maximum muscle growth with whatever amount of time we are spending in the gym. In the last video we also looked at some research study and we looked at the results and we discussed about how training the muscles at the maximum length is being seen to provide maximum hypertrophy stimulus for muscle growth. So if you have not watched that video, I suggest you go back and watch the video. I put the link in the description below, because in this video we are kind of extending that concept a little bit more by looking at the resistance profile of any movement, right? So what is resistance profile? Resistance profile is nothing but basically the amount of tension that is applied on the target muscle across the range of motion. To give you an example, let us look at the dumbbell preacher curve, right? In this, when I do the movement from the bottom to the top, okay, resistance profile is how the muscle is feeling the tension or the load across its complete range of motion. So in this case, when the muscle is in the elongated position, if I try to lift a little bit, the load or the tension is the maximum. Why? Because the weight is having a very high inertia, momentum is zero. I need a lot of force to be able to move the weight up. As I bring it up, you can see that the tension on the muscle is getting less. I can do this reps very easily. I don't feel that much load as it is required when I'm in the elongated position. So this is a very good exercise. Why? Because remember what we said in the first video, that training the muscle at the maximum length gives us the maximum hypertrophy stimulus. Now if we add the maximum load on the elongated position, that is going to give you further more hypertrophy stimulus, okay? Because mechanical tension is basically the base of hypertrophy. So if we are increasing the load at the elongated position, we are further increasing the hypertrophy stimulus. So now let's compare it to cable preacher curl. How does this exercise compare to cable preacher curl? So in the cable preacher curl, the resistance profile of the load is completely opposite to the dumbbell preacher curl. When my bicep is elongated, the tension is the minimum. When I bring it up and in a contracted position, the tension is the maximum. Why? Because if you look at in the contracted position, the stack of the weight is at the highest position. That means the gravitational force of the weight is higher compared to compared to here in the elongated position where the weight is further below. So the force is less here compared to here. So this is basically what we are trying to look at, right? We are saying that in this exercise, because the load is minimum in the elongated position compared to dumbbell preacher curl will be much more superior exercise in terms of hypertrophy, okay? Now I'm not saying that you should not do preacher curl with cable, but if you have a lagging body part and if you're struggling to build thickness of your bicep, then, or if you're running out of time, I would prefer the dumbbell preacher curl compared to the cable preacher curl, right? So this is about how we select exercises. The basic rule of thumb would be, you would select exercises where you will look at the resistance profile and you will preferably select the exercises where the load is maximum in the lengthened position, okay? Now it might be possible that you might not have too much options in the gym to select exercises, right? So we'll need to adapt with whatever machines we have, right? So let's take an example of how do you modify an exercises to emphasize more load on the stretch or the elongated position. Okay, let's look at the cable lateral fly. So in this position, my shoulder is completely elongated. As I move it up, the shoulder is shortened, or shoulder is contracted. So our objective will be to have more load on the elongated or the stretch position. What I will try to do is I will try to adjust my distance from the load. If I'm doing this movement at this particular position, while if I move a bit away from the stack, okay, if I move up, contracted, move down, okay, the tension now on the shoulder at the lengthened position is more. So you will have more tension on the lengthened position compared to this position, compared to where I'm standing now. Okay, so you will do this. You can try to perform this at the lengthened position. The load you feel will be lower than if I move here. Okay. See, the load is still higher in the lengthened position. So as the cable distance increases, the stimulus or the tension on the lengthened position increases. So this will give us more hypertrophy stimulus. So this is how we will adapt or modify exercises if you don't have too much options, right? So recapping, our first video was about training the muscle at the maximum length is seen to give higher hypertrophic stimulus for muscle growth. And in this video we have discussed about how to look at the resistance profile of tension of a particular movement and how to improvise it so that you get the maximum load on the lengthened position. So these are the two concepts on the training efficiency, because again, what is training efficiency? We are trying to get maximum hypertrophy stimulus with whatever exercises or whatever time we are in the gym. So in the next video we will discuss about moment arm, how to adjust the setup of your exercises so that you can have better hypertrophy stimulus. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, subscribe and comment on the video. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.